Welcome back. I still haven't named the show. I'm going to be so honest, guys. I know that we've been talking about it, and, it's going to come, but I'm just really stewing on it. I'm still thinking about certified lunacy. If anyone doesn't like certified lunacy, let me know in the comments. Otherwise, that's what we're leaning towards, guys. Again, if you have any suggestions, anything that you would like us to call the show, feel free to comment it down below. And, I can't promise you that I'll have a title by next week, because I keep doing that and I keep lying to you guys. But, hi.
Hi.
Welcome back to the show. We've had you on before,
I'm
but
back.
now we're going to have you on for long form.
Yes.
Do you want to introduce yourself?
I am Hannah. It's nice to meet you guys. If you haven't met me yet, I am trying to get into social media, influencing, stuff like that. So, yeah.
Drop your Instagram.
H's World _.
Drop your TikTok.
Mad Mayhem.
Do you have anything else you need to drop? YouTube.
I don't have a YouTube.
You
but I
should.
do have an art account, which is also Mad Mayhem. So, yeah.
Boom. There it is. Go follow her, guys.
Yes.
You low-key got kidnapped?
Yes, I did. Yes, I did.
I was the first person you told,
Yes.
actually.
And you were the first person I saw afterwards. I went
Yeah.
to your house right after it happened.
And you were a little shaken up.
Yes,
I
was.
I'd never seen you like that. So do you want to tell as much of that story as you're comfortable with?
Yes, okay.
Yeah.
All right, let's start from the beginning. So, we're out on the town. I'm out with my girls.
And me.
Yes, and Ian. We're all out at a bar I think we were in West Hollywood. And we decided to move locations. As we're walking to the second location, we had gotten split up, so it was just one of my girlfriends and we're walking down the street. And all of a sudden, this really nice car drives by. The back window pulls down, and I hear a guy screaming at me from the car. And I look over, and this guy is like my type to a T. So I walk up to the car, and he comes up to me, or he talks to me. I end up getting in the car with him. And
Insane Riz. Let's just pause there. That's like incredible. Like dangerous levels of Riz.
I would like to add in that I was very drunk, and I would never do this when I'm sober.
I'd like to add in that if it was my type to a T, I would do it sober. Like, I don't blame you for 1 second. But continue.
So I get in the car, right? And this guy is really attractive. He's really well dressed. He starts talking to me in the back seat, and he asks how old I am. And I tell him, oh, I'm 21. And he looks at me, and he's like, no way. And then I ask how old he is, and he tells me that I believe he just turned 30. We ended up in Crenshaw. And
Like the sketchiest street in Compton.
yeah. So we go to his little Airbnb he was renting, which was a back house in Crenshaw. And, we hook up. It was good.
Thank God.
Yeah, he tells me I can spend the night. We went to sleep, and he decided to put music on, right?
To go to sleep?
Yeah,
Okay.
and normally that's not weird. That's not weird at all to go to sleep to music. That's like calm music. But like this motherfucker put on imagine a horror movie and it's like the build-up track in the background.
Oh, wow.
He's falling asleep to that.
That's crazy.
Like an instrumental,
something that's supposed to raise awareness
yes,
and put you on guard.
Yes, and he had it so loud. He had it connected to a speaker, and the shit was cranked the fuck up.
That's terrifying.
And it's 2 a.m, and also the owner of the house was in the house. We're in a back house, and the houses are really close together, so people could definitely hear the fucking music. We wake up the next day, he's like, oh, I have this breakfast spot we can go to. It's perfect. He didn't even pay. He made me pay, now that I think about it.
That's crazy.
Mm-hmm. We end up going back to the Airbnb, and he comes up with the idea that he wants to go to the beach. How are we going to do that? Because he wanted to go to, Laguna, which is hella far.
Super far.
And he doesn't have a car, and there's no way.
From Crenshaw, what?
From
over an hour?
Literally over an
hour.
hour.
Hour and a half?
Oh, it gets crazy. He doesn't want to pay for an Uber, so I end up suggesting that we can get my car, and then we can go.
Grand Theft Auto, basically, your car.
Yes. This is when I started noticing the real red flags. He's calling people. Apparently, the day that I got in the car with him was the day that he got out of the psych ward. Yeah. And he is diagnosed bipolar, and he was off of his medication having a full-blown manic episode. Then I find out more lore. He had a full-blown big boy job. He was making real good money for himself, and he just up and quit out of nowhere, and his parents called the cops on him and forced him to go to the psych ward. He terminated his lease for his apartment, so he had nowhere to go, and then
just an Airbnb is floating around.
Yeah, exactly. And so we finally get back to his Airbnb in Crenshaw, and I'm just over the night. I'm done with it. We end up hooking up again.
Nice.
Yeah.
It was good.
We end up hooking. Yes, it was good. Yes. He ends up putting his hands on my throat and really squeezing. And I was like, nope, that's not happening. So I push him off of me, and he gets up and he's looking like, what? And then he's like, I need a minute. And he leaves for 30 minutes. Literally goes outside for 30 minutes.
Naked?
No! And he comes back in, he's like, I need to shower. And he's like, I'm ready for bed. I'm like, okay, we go to sleep. I'm done for the night, right?
So you stay another night?
Yes.
Even though your car is like there?
Yes, my car is there. I stayed
Okay.
another night. It's like 5 a.m. at this point, and I wake up, and he comes in the house, and he has my keys. And I'm like, where were you? It's 5 a.m, and why do you have my keys? And he's like, oh, I went to get coffee. And he's like, I texted you. And I check my phone, and he had texted me at 2 a.m. that he was going to get coffee. It was 5 o'clock.
And you're just like whipping your shit.
And he took my car. Where the fuck were you for
That's
3
crazy.
hours? Anyways, we go and get breakfast again at the same spot. The ladies are still looking at me like I need help.
Did you pay again?
Yes, I did pay again.
Wow, you're so generous.
I know, I'm very
You're
generous.
you're doing charity work. Like you're.
I was scared.
Yeah,
But
that's probably
this
part of it, right? Because like you say, yeah.
I feel like I should preface this by saying he was towering over me. Like, this dude was huge. I grab my keys from him, and I bolt. I'm like, I'm fucking done. I get out of there. I go to Ian's place. I block him on everything, and I was very shaken up afterwards. So
So how long was it total?
I think it was over 48 hours.
Yeah, like 2.5 days,
Like
maybe?
2.5 days, yeah.
Did we learn any lessons?
Oh, yes. I have not done anything like that since then. It's been like 6 months. It scarred me for life. That's for damn sure. Yeah.
That's terrifying.
One night stands are so fucking stupid. You do not know the person that you're going home with. So,
It's
like,
true.
yeah, don't do it.
Or at least like meet them a little bit before
Yeah.
pickup.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, 'cause that- I mean-
that was actually wild. That was, like, I was very stupid for what I did. I should have never gotten in that car, ever.
Well, I'm glad you made it.
Yes.
Thank you for that story. That
Yes.
is crazy. So usually after a little intro, I like to get into some games. Yeah, so this game is called Places Where You Can't Drink, but it would be really fun if you could.
A labor and delivery room.
Okay.
Yes. I think if you're sitting around and you're waiting for someone to give birth, it's just something to kill
Crack
time.
a cold one.
Exactly.
Plus, like, I mean, I know you're not supposed to drink while you're pregnant, but I feel like if you're already giving birth, like,
it would take off the edge.
of 100%.
Yeah.
And also, like, the baby's coming out. Like, it's like, how much will, like, 3 drinks do?
I mean,
You know what
the
I mean?
umbilical cord is still connected.
Even like, yeah, true. Even like the nurses and the doctors, I feel like, I mean, it's really stressful.
Just imagine
removing a
coming
child.
into the world lit, though. Like,
Oh,
completely
Oh.
lit.
like right at the buzzer, fetal alcohol syndrome. Bam! Like, almost didn't get it.
Born an alcoholic.
Yeah. Yeah, that's good. That's a good one. I like that.
Oh my god.
AA, Alcoholics Anonymous. Imagine the drinking game, right? Every time they go around, hi, Hannah, sip of wine. And then just see how long you can hold it together. I mean, they're alcoholics, right? So if anyone
for real.
knows someone's sneaking getting drunk, it's them.
Yeah, for real.
It's literally like real life Alcoholic Among Us.
Yeah.
You're just trying your best to like be so
That's
chill.
crazy.
Yeah, so I thought that would be good. And like, right, worst case scenario, they catch you. I mean, it's really embarrassing. Yeah, I don't know. It's fine. I feel like the first one, you would go to jail. The AA, I feel like it'd be fine.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
All right, the next one at church. I feel like
Church?
Yeah, I feel like you kind of already drink if you're Catholic technically, but it's only a sip.
Like a sip.
But like if you're able to like get lit when you're going to church,
Like priest is just holding wine bag, cracker.
a keg
Yeah.
stand right on top, right while you're doing the sermon, doing a keg stand during
And,
the sermon.
I mean, they got the music, they got the singing. It's basically a party minus the booze.
No, for real.
Yeah.
For real. Especially the after service where they have all the food and stuff.
Oh my God.
It's an after party. Like
That's so true. Well, and I feel like Christianity kind of fucks with wine.
they really do, yeah.
Like, it's chill. Why don't they drink at church? Christians, let me know. Like, why are we not drinking at church?
No, for real. For real, for real.
The other two are silly. Like, that one to me is like, why aren't we already doing that, you know?
I feel like some people go to church to like for alcoholism, so that's
Yeah,
probably why.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah.
I said K1 speed.
K1 speed.
K1 speed, like go-karting.
Oh.
Yeah. You know,
that's
all the fun of
actually-
drunk driving with just a fraction of the risk. I feel like, and like for the people who chronically drunk drive, I have friends, right,
Yes,
who
yes.
enjoy drunk driving. Just get your like
God.
yayas out, you know, get like super hammered and drive around at K1 speed. But I think you can probably still get a DUI.
No, that probably. I feel like if I
Even
did
though
that,
you have guards and shit, so like,
I feel like you'd have some serious injuries with that, because I feel like I'd actually fly out of the car if I did that.
Have you done K1 Speed? You're really strapped in. You have a helmet too.
Oh, that's actually true. That's true. Yeah. I mean, maybe some serious whiplash.
Yeah. No, I mean, again, a fraction of the risk.
Yes.
Obviously, it's still risky. They could even do like whole heats of drunk drivers.
Oh my god.
Because I feel like one of the issues with drunk driving is like some people on the road aren't drunk. That's the issue, right? Because I'm a drunk driver and I kill another drunk driver, I'm guilt-free.
You're gonna end up with like a 10-car pileup, bro.
But like the issue with drunk driving is that there are sober people on the road. But if they just like a whole drunk heat at K1 Speed, like they know what they're signing up for.
They're in unison. They're locked
We
in.
might have a business plan.
Yes.
This is kind of genius.
Oh my god.
My last one was Home Depot.
Valid.
I don't know, like if any of you guys like have been to Home Depot. Maybe it's just an American thing. There's like a bunch of Mexican workers who stand outside of Home Depot. So I was thinking like if you just brought like a handle of tequila and an 8-ball, like that's a good
That's
fucking
a party,
time.
bro. That's
You know
literally
what I
a
mean?
party.
Like and like you know they're trying like they're down to have fun for
Hell
a day.
yeah, bro.
I mean you guys have seen those like maybe you haven't like the TikToks, and it's like this guy goes to the Mexican workers. He's like, "Come with me to Disneyland for a day. I'll give you $100."
I haven't seen those.
Oh,
that's
well,
so cool.
It's
though.
so cute, right?
Yeah.
8-ball. And for our second game, we're both biracial, and I
Yes.
wanted to touch on that.
Yes.
In particular, you are black and white.
Yes.
And I've been seeing everyone on the internet, you've probably seen it, you guys have probably seen it, this whole thing about AAVE floating around.
Yes.
It stands for African American Vernacular English, and people are really mad about not African American people saying it. I'm not going to say my opinion on that because that's not what this podcast is about. But I think we need to talk more about WAVE.
I agree.
White American Vernacular English hits. So, for this next game, we're going to do, what are the best white sayings? So starting off with a classic here, I got, howdy. I mean, it's just so friendly, and it's like just playful enough that I feel like hello, hi, sure.
Yeah.
But like howdy, I think it gives like Ola energy. Like it's just
Yeah.
like it adds a little bit of spice to the
I
hello.
agree.
Kind of in the same vein, only because they rhyme. Holy moly and geez Louise. Pretty interchangeable. You can use it for anything, right? I think it's really just anytime you're like, exasperated. Also, what is moly?
I think it's
Who is Louise?
I think it's guacamole.
Short for guacamole?
Yeah, I think it's short for guacamole. I think.
That's so funny because I feel like in any other context, the short for guacamole would be guac. Like if
there's
I was like at a Mexican restaurant, I was like, yo, hand me the mole. That's a different dish entirely.
that is a different.
Shenanigans? Really good.
Yeah, I like that
It's
one.
just like complete onomatopoeia. It is exactly what it sounds like.
Yeah.
It's a perfect word, really. It describes exactly what it is. And then the rest I have are pretty like, they're on the aggressive side. These are my favorite ones. Like the passive aggressive white sayings, so
Yes.
good. Newsflash, buddy. Devastating.
Perfect.
Like, that is insane. Like, you can, like, ruin someone with
Yeah,
that.
it's when
like,
you want to clock somebody. Yeah.
yeah, actually, like, it's like, get a load of this guy. Kind of sus also.
Yeah.
Get a load of this guy? Like, what are we...
That's crazy.
For sure. Like, my last two, let's skedaddle. That's pretty nice.
Yes.
Kind of similar to shenanigans. Like,
Yeah.
it sounds like what it is.
It rolls off the tongue.
And then the more
Yeah.
aggressive version, let's blow this popsicle stand. That one's just crazy to me. Like, what I really love about wave and or white sayings in general, they like speak in parables.
Yeah.
What is a popsicle stand? I've never once been to or blown a popsicle stand. Who is Luis? What is moly? Maybe it's guacamole, but I would never spell holy moly as M-O-L-E. It's M-O-L-Y, right?
Yeah.
So I don't know. Yeah, it's just like the metaphorical aspect of it is what I really enjoy more than anything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When I think of wave, I think my favorite is "You're on thin ice, kid." That's how I know that I'm
Kid.
yes, kid in particular. She really emphasizes the kid.
Yeah.
That's how I know that I'm really about to get in trouble.
Again, a metaphor.
Yeah,
a
for
parable.
real, for
thin
real.
ice.
I feel my heart drop. Like, I use this one frequently. Okie dokie.
Okie dokie.
Yes, okie dokie.
Kind of similar, yes sirree.
Yes, yes.
Like, I think white people do this really cool thing where they just start adding syllables to stuff.
Yeah.
Like, you could have just said, okay.
Yeah, for real.
You
They just
could've
want to
just
make
said-
it like cutesy.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Or like brewski is another one.
No, literally.
But it's
cutesy
kinda
is
fire,
One.
like-
Cutesy is literally one.
Cutesy,
Yeah,
brewski.
yeah.
Yeah.
No, literally. And then my last one is okay, buddy. That one's my favorite. Yeah.
That's like newsflash, pal.
Yeah.
Like, it's just like, oh, buddy.
Yeah.
Yeah, crazy. White people actually, they also do a thing where they like make nice things into mean things. Like pal and buddy, like I might get in a fist fight.
No, literally, I've actually made people mad by calling them buddy.
It's kind of infantilizing, like a little bit. Like it's like a head pat. Buddy is crazy.
No, for real, actually, yeah. $10 million or end world hunger, and if you choose the money, everybody knows.
Ooh. How much does world hunger really affect me? Like, I would be so dead ass. $10 million would change my life. People would know. That would suck.
Yeah.
That I guess the real question isn't would I end world hunger? The real question is would I take $10 million for the shame? Because like I'm probably gonna take the 10 mil, but it's just like what would stop me from taking 10 mil wouldn't be the fact that I could save world hunger. It would just be because everyone would know that I didn't.
That's crazy.
What do you think?
I really care what people think about me, so I feel like knowing that people would hate me even though I'm rich would be too much for me, genuinely. And if you think about it, you can end world hunger, you can still make $10 million on your own. Mm-hmm. So it could be a win-win.
I wonder if also maybe you could like parlay it. What if you like put out on like Twitter and shit? So you choose to end world hunger,
yeah.
but you do it like 2 months from now. So like you end world hunger in like January.
Okay.
And then you like blast all social media like, listen guys, I'm ending world hunger in 2 months. Like you Mr. Beast it.
Oh, that's so valid. You
Yeah.
hype it up. You
And people will be like, no way. And then world hunger ends.
Yep.
And people are like, she was spitting.
For real.
She actually did it.
Your account skyrockets.
Yeah.
You make hella bank.
That kind of feels like a cheat, but
It works. It works.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's a good workaround.
I think so.
And then we get both. Honestly, for me, it's not even really the money. If I could get the clout of ending world hunger, because on the opposite end, even if I didn't end it, I would pay 10 mil to have everyone think I ended world hunger. You know what I mean?
Valid.
Like for me, like the clout is huge.
I have the weirdest food hack.
Tell me about it.
Goldfish and applesauce.
Okay.
And I have a second one for that, actually.
So how do you? This actually kind of makes sense to me.
Yeah.
So do you pour the goldfish into the applesauce?
Yes, on top of it. Yeah.
On top. Okay.
And then
so
you eat it. You can
do you
add
stir it?
more. No, you add more with every bite, so they stay crunchy. You don't want them to be soggy.
This makes sense to me because apples and cheese are like totally a charcuterie thing. Is there like a particular brand? Like, is there like certain like either like a brand or like flavor of applesauce, unsweetened, sweetened?
Just normal applesauce.
And then what about the goldfish? Just normal, flavor blasted?
Yeah,
Will any of it
just
work?
normal goldfish, plain goldfish. And then a second one to that, we have goldfish and chocolate milk.
Wow.
Yes. It actually slaps. Like, I can't even lie.
Do you drink it or eat it with a spoon?
It's like a boba situation. Like, you drink it, you have it on top, and you drink it, and then you get it in your mouth every bite. Yeah.
I'm less inclined for this one.
You have to try it before you knock it, because I'm
No,
a
I'm not
very
knocking
picky
it.
person. So, yeah.
So you would just put it on the top. Do you add it every time then as well? Or is it like it gets soggy over time?
No, it gets soggy over time from what I remember.
Yeah,
I
it's
haven't
like
had
the
it
most
since I was a
cursed
kid.
cereal.
Yeah, it's like a savory cereal.
How
pretty
much?
much.
What's like the ratios of both, by the way? Like, what's the ratios?
Okay.
Yeah.
For the applesauce, you add more when you run out. So
I
you
see.
just keep eating it with every bite. And then for the chocolate milk, you just put like a handful on top, and that's it.
So it's like a garnish.
Yeah, pretty much.
Here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna stitch this with me actually trying them. Men should be the little spoon. I'm just talking logistics here. The hair situation. Women typically have long, beautiful, fluffy hair. And I like that.
Yes,
Unless it's in my face.
that's valid.
And if I'm big spoon, that's all I'm getting, right? Face full of it.
Yes.
Second, boners, right? Because it's ass to penis. That's what's happening. If it's little spoon, it's ass to penis. However,
Yes.
if I was little spoon, it's like ass to girl pelvis.
Yes.
Ass to,
Yes.
I don't know, clit, if you will. And again, we're just going off of like efficiency here. If you're spooning to fuck, like if the goal is to fuck,
Yes.
guy big spoon for sure.
Yeah.
If you're spooning to spoon, it just doesn't make any sense. Like, I'm gonna get hard. And then it's like either we're gonna stop cuddling or I'm just in for a really like kind of painful time.
That's valid. That is valid.
Lastly, and most importantly,
Okay.
what the fuck are we doing with our bottom arm, guys? Like what I've been big spoon a couple times in my life. I've not once known what to do with that bottom arm. Do you lay on it? Do you shove it between the small gap between you guys? Her head lays on your bicep.
Yeah. Your arm falls asleep.
45 minutes. My arm is static television.
Yeah. Valid.
So, like, one, this is just to the men. What do I do? Where can I put it? But two, my solution, do you know who has much more slender and flexible arms?
That is true.
Women!
That is true.
It's just like everything that I don't like about spooning can be easily fixed if I was the little spoon.
That is true. I have a couple rebuttals.
Let's hear it.
All right. For the hair thing, there's bonnets, sleek bonnets. It's like
That's
a
fine.
silk thing. It's like having a pillowcase in your face. Second thing,
Even you can put your hair up, I feel
that
like.
is true.
Yeah.
But also at the same time, when I have like curly hair, even if my hair is up, it's gonna be scratching your face, and yeah. Anyways, second thing, the arm thing. There's pillows you can get that make it so your arm doesn't lose circulation when you're cuddling like that.
But do you realize how you're asking me and all men to make an auxiliary purchase?
Yes, the bare minimum. It is the bare minimum.
When literally all you'd have to do is this.
All I'm saying is, if he wanted to, he would. You know, it's a pillow. It's a $15 pillow. Come on. But the other thing is, being the big spoon as the girl is not comfortable, especially
Why?
when you're with a bigger dude. Like, it's like putting your arm over a fucking mountain, bro. Like, you feel like you're like literally laying up with your face to a wall. Like, like it's not. It doesn't feel intimate. It just feels really awkward. Like, because I've been with dudes that are like just very wide because their arms are just really big. And like, it's like having my arm like this and then trying to fall asleep like that. Like, and then I can't put my head on my arm.
What happens to your arm?
Because
Does
it
it go
falls
numb?
asleep. Yes, yes. But then this
Sucks,
arm
huh?
also, shut up. There's no winning. And then I just end up flipping onto my back and I'm like, fuck it. Or I turn the other way. And then there's no cuddling happening anymore.
It's so interesting because like what you don't like is the size difference. As a like I like the size difference when I'm being little spoon.
That's valid.
It's like just jetpack time. Yeah. It's so fire. Have you ever heard of a relationship bounty?
No, I haven't.
So this is a thing that I saw on TikTok recently. It's really hard to date as a young person. Dating apps feel doomed. Situationship after situationship, casual after casual. So this person developed this idea of a relationship bounty. Basically, they offer to their friends, if any of you can find me someone who I can go on a successful date with, or even become a partner with, I will pay you money. So it's like the same way any other bounty is. Put out like $500. Find me a boyfriend who I accept.
That's crazy.
But kind of genius.
I mean, it is, yeah.
Because like friends obviously are a great way to meet people.
Yeah.
But there's not a lot of incentive there.
That's true.
Like the only time I've ever met someone through a friend is like, oh, this person also happens to be single. Like, oh, it's just like convenient for them.
Yeah.
But it would be really convenient for them if they made $500. Like you're really incentivizing it.
That's true. But I would also hope at the same time that your friends have your best interest at heart.
Of course, yeah. Well, I mean, the caveat would be like, it has to be a successful date or a successful boyfriend. But I saw this, and I thought this was genius. It's a relationship bounty, but it's tiered. So, like, level 1 is like, okay, just find me someone I can go on a date with.
Yeah.
And if you do that, there was something basic, like, I'll make you cookies.
Okay.
Level 2, we go on 3 dates.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, I'll take you out for dinner. Level 3, we become official. Then you get the money. So I feel like that's really incentivizing, like, not only for them to pick you someone, but pick you someone who you'd be, like, really compatible with.
Oh, that's actually kind of smart.
Kind of genius,
Yeah,
right?
that is kind of
And,
smart.
Honestly, I don't know. I mean, dating's hard.
Yeah.
And, like, having my friends do the dating for me
Yeah.
sounds kind of nice.
That is valid, yeah. That is actually really valid.
Super
Dating in this
efficient.
generation actually sucks. I agree, that would be good.
And, like, would I pay $600 for a bang-up partner who I would multiple years? Of course. Yeah. That's like 6 dates. You know what I mean? Like, of course. Cool. Well, do you have any, like, closing statements? Anything you want to say to the people at home?
I don't think so.
Title is coming. I can't guarantee soon, but it's coming.
Yes.
Thanks, guys.